Hi, I'm Jo. Today I'm going to take you along with me in Grasshopper Adventures as we do the Angkor Sunrise Discovery Tour. Morning! So we're up really early. It's about 4:30 a.m. and we're going on a bike tour to Angkor Wat. We're waiting to get picked up from Grasshopper Tours. I think they're coming just before 5 a.m. Our Grasshopper van arrived just before 5 and we headed off to buy tickets to Angkor Wat. It was pretty unbelievable how crowded it was already. We bought a one-day ticket which was 37 USD. After we got our passes, the van took us to go watch the sunrise over Angkor Wat. When it was a little brighter, we went with our group and took our very first steps into Angkor Wat. It was actually pretty crowded inside, but luckily our Grasshopper guide knew some great photo spots. He brought us aside where we were able to capture some amazing photos of the temple and its reflection in the lake. So our first stop was Angkor Wat, where we got up really early to watch the sunrise. Now we're just having a look around and exploring the temple a little bit. We wandered around Angkor Wat for a little while. Our guide told us lots of interesting facts about the structure, including pointing out the multiple bullet holes which covered the building. We climbed up some extremely steep steps to get to the top of Angkor Wat. It was totally worth it for the view though. So we've just spent some time exploring Angkor Wat. Now we're gonna go have some breakfast and then I think we're gonna pick up our bicycles. It was time to get back in the van, and we headed to a little place to eat some breakfast. Eggs, toast, fresh fruit and cereal were some of the choices, so we fueled up before collecting our bikes. We've just had breakfast, and now we're picking up our bikes and we're going to start riding for the day. It was a reasonably gentle ride with a few small hills to keep you alert, but definitely suitable for a beginner cyclist. We've just been riding our bikes through some little villages and down some little paths, which has been really cool. I think we've been biking for about 20 minutes and we've just arrived at Angkor Thom, which is one of the more popular temples. We stopped for another break to cool off with a cold towel and eat some fruit before heading inside the Banyan Temple. We've just arrived at the Banyan Temple, so we're going to go up to the top now and have a look around, and then we've got another 30 minutes to go do some exploring, then we're back on our bikes. The Banyan Temple is famous for its giant heads. In total, there are roughly 200 faces and almost 40 towers remaining. We climbed up the staircase where we had half an hour to explore more of the face temple. You may have noticed that I changed clothes for this temple. We just really wanted to capture some epic photos here, and luckily we did. It was time to ride our bikes again, and we hopped aboard, although we were pretty sweaty by this point. So I think we've been riding about 20 minutes, and as you can tell, I'm pretty hot and sweaty. We've just stopped for a 5-minute break, and then we're going on to I think our last temple, followed by lunch. We've just arrived at the Tomb Raider Temple. We're going to have a little bit of a look around, and then ride another 1.5k to go and have some lunch. You probably recognize Ta Prohm, also known as the Tomb Raider Temple, from its debut in the 2001 Lara Croft movie. This incredible place really has to be seen to be believed. Enormous tree roots are growing throughout the temple, and it truly is an awe-inspiring sight. So this has been my favorite temple so far. It's really amazing just seeing how the trees are growing through the buildings. We wandered through Ta Prohm before making a quick 5-minute bike ride to the van, where we then went for some well-deserved lunch. We've just arrived at the restaurant, which is where we're going to have lunch. And that is the end of our tour. After this, we're going to be dropped off back at our hotel. We've just arrived back at our hotel, and that was such an amazing trip. The highlights for me were just biking through the rice paddies and when we went to the Tomb Raider Temple. Please remember, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you next time.